Hey everyone, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this week we're doing something a bit different to what we usually do. So let me reintroduce myself. So my name is Marie Catherine, and I'm the founder of Nurse Diaries UK. So far on this YouTube channel, you guys have seen what I do on my days off and how I spend my days off with my friends. You guys have also seen me give advice and tips to you all, and also watch me go on holiday. I also created a women's health project where I invited other women to discuss everything to do with women's health and their chosen topic. So we had Dr. Rumbi, we had Buntle, Francis, Simpiwe, Dawn, myself and Ria, all just uncover different topics and have different perspectives. Some people were nurses, some people were doctors, and some people was actually a patient own experience. And all these women are doing amazing things in the community. And here's a recap of what they were doing.
I'm originally from South Africa. I am a writer. I am a marketing graduate. I am also an endometriosis advocate. So I've personally struggled with endometriosis, fibroid, which is kind of what led me to advocating for it. But I'm also, passionate about just gender-based violence and raising awareness about, sexual violence, especially in South Africa. A little bit of mental health in that space as well. But because I've personally, dealt with those things. So, that's just a little bit about me.
Yeah, lovely. So I want you to just explain, so you spoke about your own experience with women's health. So if you can just go in a bit more depth about your experience and what you've gone through in terms of that. So we're on episode 2. Can you please introduce yourself and explain who you are?
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. So my name is Simpiwe and I am a contraception and sexual health nurse consultant, and I'm the founder and CEO for Black Nurses and Midwives UK.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming. Explain your chosen topic for this episode and why you think it's important.
So my chosen topic for this episode is contraception. And why I think it's important is I think there's a lot of myths that exist around contraception, and I think it's important to have those key conversations and actually equipping people with the right information as well. And just generally just having those, key conversations around which contraceptions are, out there and what's accessible and how to access contraception, I always think is important.
Chosen this topic because I feel like it's a topic that we don't really speak about as women, we don't really speak about in general, to be honest. So an ectopic pregnancy, in the most simple terms, is basically when a pregnancy is not growing in the right place, i.e. the uterus. It could be growing in the fallopian tube, either left or right. The most common symptoms that I've seen so far would be the shoulder tip pain, diarrhea, and the localized pain. And also another symptom would be bleeding. It doesn't have to be, it's not heavy bleeding, but any type of bleeding. So in the clinic that I work in, we do early pregnancy scans. And one of the diagnoses that could be made during these scans are an ectopic pregnancies. So it could be a confirmed ectopic pregnancies where in the scan you can see the pregnancy growing outside the uterus, clearly. That would be a confirmed ectopic. Or it could be that your scan turns out to be what we call PUL, which is a pregnancy of unknown location. These could be one of two things. It could either be query ectopic, or it could be that you are just early, that your pregnancy is not developed to the point where we can see it on a scan yet.
I got diagnosed with PCOS after a 10-year wait for diagnosis.
And prior to being diagnosed, had you ever heard about PCOS before?
Before being diagnosed with PCOS, I have not heard of PCOS before. I didn't know what it was, and then after being diagnosed, I still didn't know what PCOS was.
And do you think that you had a lot of support at the time in regards to PCOS?
I felt like I was just given a diagnosis and told to just lose weight, not told how to lose weight or what forms of efforts I need to be doing. I was always active, however, I was doing the wrong form of exercising. There wasn't much talk about PCOS, so that's why I created my platform.
I'm a junior doctor. To be more specific, I am a GP trainee. Before I was a doctor, I was a midwife. And aside from medicine, I am also the Chief Strategy Officer of a nonprofit called Shake Africa and the co-founder of a startup called Glacy Health.
Perfect. And Dr. Rumi, can you just explain your chosen topic for this series?
The topic that I thought was really important to highlight today was advocacy. Advocacy is something that I'm extremely passionate about, particularly relating to women, women's health, women's sexual and reproductive rights, and shedding a light on that, on how we can all be advocates and how we can also be allies, I think is really important.
Campaign. Hi, my name is Dawn Hills and I am a fibroid advocate and campaigner. I am very passionate about amplifying the voices of women who have either suffered with fibroids or who are still suffering with the horrible condition of fibroids. I'm also very keen on educating everybody on the condition so that they can navigate the medical process effectively and with their goal in mind. The NHS definition of fibroids are, and I really don't like it, they're described as benign, and I think that's the reason why. Benign tumours found in and around the uterus. I don't like the word benign because it gives it a kind of sense of it's not an urgent matter, we don't need to care about it. The way that uterine fibroids affected me was in the worst case situation. So again, if you go to the NHS website and you look at all the symptoms and you look at in the rare case, you'll see me, you'll see my face. It affected every part of my body.
So you guys can catch all of the full videos on my YouTube channel, so just make sure you re-watch that. This week, we are talking about menstrual periods. So menstrual periods occur every 28 days and it's when the lining of the uterus breaks down, causing bleeding to occur. Periods can be quite uncomfortable for women and also may make them be embarrassed to go outside just due to the bleeding. However, any changes in your period or if they are extremely heavy, requiring numerous pad changes, requires a GP visit. As presented in this image, there's different ways to maintain periods. So there's different sanitary products that women can use, such as menstrual cups and pads, to maintain their periods. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and see you next week for another one.